what's going on? I'm gonna get straight to it. So I'm gonna show you the 3 lead sources to avoid if you're trying to grow your plumbing business. By the way, my name is Chris Gray. I co-own a marketing and consulting business for plumbers. We've helped a lot of plumbers make a lot of money. My goal in these videos is to help the guys who have 1 to 3 trucks grow their business. So I'll tell you how I figured out these sources were terrible. I was onboarding a client here recently, and they have 2 trucks. They're trying to go to 6. And I asked how he was getting leads. We're doing a deep dive into his business. And he told me how he was getting leads, and I knew the problem instantly, and I knew why he was having issues with growing the business. If you are trying to grow your business and you're looking at the lead sources, your marketing, in an effort to do so, which you should be, you need to avoid Home Advisor, Angie's List, and Yelp. Now, if you're crushing it on those platforms, more power to you. Don't listen to me. Keep on doing what's working. But I've worked with enough plumbers over the years to see that Home Advisor, Angie's List, and Yelp are not the way to go. You might get a few leads from them, but they're not the way to go. It's not what it was maybe 7 or 8 or 10 years ago. They're not what they were. It changed. And let me tell you why. So I would say, 10 years ago or so, or let's even say 7 years ago, Angie's List, Home Advisor, and Yelp, depending on the state that you live in, would be good options to get leads. But this is what's happened. So I went to Google, right, and I typed in plumber near me. And back in the day, you come down here and you could click on Yelp and get some help. You can click on Angie's List, and Home Advisor would be somewhere in here, and you would get good leads. Well, nowadays, if you're getting leads through there, and if you have any experience with this, you should know exactly what I'm talking about. You get these leads, and say you get 10 leads, you're lucky if you get a hold of 5. Point being is people don't pick up. And then when you do get a hold of some of them, they've already had the job done. The plumber came out the day before, or you're like the 6th or 7th plumber to call them. Angie's List, Home Advisor, all these people, they're reselling leads, right? They sell you leads. They'll take the same lead, sell it to a bunch of people. And then if you get it, great. Chances are you don't. So this lead quality has dipped big time. And then what they do too is things have not been going great. So let me tell you why they're not going great. Google came out with this, I would say 5 years ago or 6 years ago, maybe 7, I don't know, depending on the state that you live in. So Google comes out with Google Guaranteed. This is their version of Yelp and Angie's List and Home Advisor. And when they did this, as time has gone on, the Yelp, Home Advisor, and Angie's leads have gotten worse because most people now, it's at the very top of Google. When people search plumber near me, they're going to probably click here, or in here. Back in the day, when you put plumber near me, Angie's List and Yelp and Home Advisor are a little further up. But Google has done a good job of pushing that down. So as the years have gone on and Google Guaranteed has grown, now the quality of your Yelp, your Home Advisor, and Angie's List, the quality of those leads have gone down. And again, if you're using them, you had to have seen it. And so then what these platforms do, let's talk about Home Advisor for a second. Home Advisor, let's say it's the beginning of the month and you put $2,000 in. So yeah, let's say it's the beginning of the month and you put a bunch of money in, you put $2,000 in. What it will do is it will try to send you as many leads as possible through that first week and a half. So say you put $2,000 in, sometimes what it will do is it will then spend like $1,500, right? So $1,500 of your $2,000 budget and try to send you as many leads as possible. Most of them are going to be crap, but it'll do that. It'll send you as many leads as possible. And then for that remaining 500, it starts to drip the leads out. Like it'll drip them. So what does that mean? Why do they do that? Well, it tries to send you as many leads as possible. So ideally that you would get some jobs and you'd be happy and you would invest more. And then it starts to drip that remaining $500 budget or whatever. It starts to drip that out because it wants you to then put more money back in so that you can get more lead flow. So it's this like cycle of you put the leads in or you put money in, it spends it or it'll spend it as fast as it can, ideally to get you some leads that will work, which they probably want. So that when you're like, I got $500 left and I got 3 weeks in the month, I need more leads. What are you going to do? You're going to put more money towards it. It's just a vicious cycle. That doesn't happen every time, but I've seen that happen with quite a few plumbers enough to where I'm like, okay, this is not a mistake. This is by design. They're trying to get you to reinvest in their crappy leads. And they used to not be so bad. They used to not be so bad. You used to be able to build a business off of Home Advisor and Angie's List and things like that, but not now. The main reason behind that is Google Guaranteed. Google is doing exactly what it set out to do, which is to destroy or take a significant chunk of the market share from Angie's List, from Home Advisor, and from Yelp, and they're doing a good job. And the reason why I think they're doing a good job is because, like I just showed you, when we went to Plumber Near Me, let me show you real quick. And the reason why Google's been so effective with this is because they're leveraging their name. People they trust Google. Like they know that if you type something in Google, Google's not going to steal your information, or, Google is getting your information, but they're not, people don't feel like it's being stolen. And same thing with Amazon. People order from Amazon because they feel a level of safety. So when you go to Google here and you subconsciously feel a level of safety, and you're looking for a plumber and you're probably in an emotional state, something's happening in your house, you need to get it fixed. You Google Plumber Near Me, and this comes up and it says Google Guaranteed. And it's got a check mark, and it's got, look at my little, if you can't see my mouse here. But yeah, like it says Google Guaranteed, and it has a check mark, and this person has 193 reviews. The next person over here, Google Guaranteed, check mark, 4.9, 250 reviews. And this one right here, even better, have, 1,200 reviews. This is significant. And so when somebody gets here, there's almost like no real need to scroll down. You're just going to pick one of these because Google's done everything for you. They're saying, hey, we guarantee this person. They got a bunch of reviews. They've been in business for a while. What are you going to do? Especially if this is on your cell phone, you're just going to click the button and call them. So what happens is this used to not be here, and people would they would see something like this. And then they would have to kind of scroll down, and then they'd have to come to a Yelp or something to look at reviews, or Angie's List to get some help. Now they don't. They just, a good percentage stop right here. They call from right here. On a side note, if you're looking to get calls, obviously you need to be right here. If you're a 1 to 3 truck guy, it's going to be hard at first because you're not going to have as many reviews as their competition. So it's going to be kind of hard to get in this little 3-pack right here, but you still need to be on there. You'll still get some calls. If you're a beginning plumber, but you need to be here, you need to be in the PPC area. That's a whole other video. And then most important, you need to get right here. This is huge. This is where the money's at. That's just a side note. But back to the video, the point of the video, this right here is why Angie's List, Home Advisor, and all them. This right here is why they're not doing so hot. And if you're looking to grow your plumbing business, don't invest tons of money in Home Advisor, Angie's List, and Yelp. And even with Yelp has gotten better, but if you missed it, they do a pop-up thing right now. And if you're not there to see the pop-up, if you don't see the lead pop-up, then you're pretty much lost. It's just as bad as Home Advisor, just as bad as Angie's List. If you're killing it on those platforms, more power to you. Keep killing it. What I've noticed, though, is that a lot of plumbers aren't, and they're wasting money there. And if you're looking to grow your business, do not invest there. Put your money towards right here, LSA, Google Guaranteed. If you're starting out new, you're not going to see tons of volume. You're just not. But you need to be here anyways. You need to put some money towards PPC, that's pay-per-click on Google, and then you need to work on being right here. And I've made some videos on what you need to do to grow your Google business profile. Anyways, I hope that helps. If you have any questions, let me know. Like I was telling you guys earlier, I made this video. I'm around plumbers who end up deciding to open a plumbing business, and the problem is they think like plumbers. When you open a business, you are no longer a plumber. When you open a business, you are now an entrepreneur who has a plumbing company. You are now a marketer who has a plumbing company. And the people who think like that are the ones who make money. So anyways, I make these videos to help with that. If you have any questions, let me know. And watch the next video. I'll see you. Bye.